Good morning, everyone. Welcome back into the AM show. Now, today we are joined by Nicole Ryan, who is a talented trainer at Tabata Ultimate Fitness, located right here in Brooklyn. Now, she is known for her high energy approach and expertise in Tabata training, and is dedicated to helping people push their limits and achieve their fitness goals. So, Nicole, welcome to the AM show.
Thank you so much, Nadine.
So
Thank you for the invitation. I'm even more excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have you on. I love your nail colors, by the way. They go kind of with the theme of Tabata. I know you're wearing the shirt underneath.
Yes,
I think
Tabata.
it's such a vibe. And we were just talking about how you actually did a whole workout. You worked this morning, 6 a.m., and then you decided to come here and do an interview. Guys, is she not talented? Tell us about your morning.
Yeah, my morning, yes. I took this 6 a.m. class at our gym.
Yeah.
And it was a HIIT camp class. I did my push-ups. I did some walking lunges with two 40-pound dumbbells. I did some pulling and squat jumps and some, let me see, we did chest press and bicep curls.
Yeah.
And then I worked a little bit, got the other classes checked in, and then I ran over to, living right here in Brooklynite, and got ready, and now I'm here.
Well, you are an inspiration for being able to do all of that and then say, you know what, then I'm going to go and do an interview. That's incredible, because before the break, I told everyone to get their milk and cookies because it is almost Christmas time. So, guys, maybe we put that down for a second and maybe we can listen about working out early in the morning. So you like to work out early in the morning rather than the afternoon? I know some people are very particular with their schedules.
I think it's very important to fit it in when you can.
Okay.
To not have a total commitment to say, or absolute dedication to say 6 a.m. every morning. But if something comes up and throws you off schedule, are you not going to work out that whole day? So we have to be flexible, and I knew I had to be here at this time. Yeah. Normally, my time to work out on today's Thursday, 9:30. It would have been like a 9:30 to 10:30, but I was like, look, I got to get my workout in, at least my first workout in. Sometimes I do two. Yeah. Today will be two, and so 6 a.m. had to be it. You have to fit it in when you can get it in.
And I think that's the hard thing sometimes, because I feel like with working out, and just me personally, my own experience, it's very mental in a way as well, because there's always going to be an excuse for, oh no, I can't do it because I have to go and do this after work. So now I can't go and work out at all. Maybe I'll work out tomorrow. So it's kind of pushing those boundaries. How do you give your clients that advice, and what do you tell them in order to be able to push those further?
I pretty much tell clients, first, be kind to yourself, right? Life happens to everyone. However, if you want to see the changes you want to see in your body, if you want to look different than you did last year, if you've looked at a picture and were a little surprised, like, oh, I didn't realize I'd gained that much weight, you have to make a decision. Like, what is it going to be? We can't come to your house and get you. So at the very least, you have to come to us. So at the very, very least, make the dedication and commitment to showing up. Just showing up. Usually after you walk in, we got you from there. Between the energy, the music, the vibe, just give yourself the chance to wake up and go. The more you overcome that challenge of just going, it gets easier and easier. You create these new pathways in the brain of commitment, and then all of a sudden it gets easier and easier, and that voice of not going gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
So it's like you're just building that habit, and then eventually you start to crave it. Because I've noticed that too, when I really get in my workout vibes and zones, I'm like, I have to go. It's like my body's like, no, give me that release. I need that adrenaline. So you talk about when just come up to our doors, just come to Tabata Ultimate Fitness and the vibe and the energy. Let's talk about that a little bit more. So for people who don't know, what specifically is Tabata training, and how is that different from other types of workouts?
Okay, so Tabata was actually designed by Dr. Izumi Tabata in Tokyo by a team of researchers during the 1990s. And what they found was if you did 20 seconds of work, whether it's burpees, push-ups, whatever it was, with a 10-second rest for 8 rounds, you actually increased your endurance, you built more muscle, and you burned more calories. So exactly this type of timing with that exact rest and reps, right? So that our owner was stumbling upon new workouts one day and found it. And in his first gym that he opened, he decided to try it and it was a hit.
Oh, wow.
And it's different than other workouts in that the goal is to work as hard as you can for that first 20 seconds, right? And then you get your 10-second break. And then you work as hard as you can, and then your 10-second break. So it's by timing. So everything's timed. So beginners, intermediate, and advanced are all doing the same thing at the same time. And if you're in front of a mirror, now you've got that group energy of at least seeing somebody next to you doing the same exact thing.
Gotcha. So it's tailored for any skill level. That's huge. That's great because then you can come at any time. There really is no excuse, right? Like, oh, well, I can't make the beginner class. No, you can come at any time for these classes. So what does a typical class look like? Are you kind of going through different stations and doing different workouts at different stations, or are you kind of staying stationary in one spot doing all the workout routines?
It's a little bit of everything. So
Okay.
we have it's called traditional Tabata, what I just described, the 20 on, 10-second break, 8 rounds. However, as we've evolved and gotten bigger and have more programming, we have different times. So we'll have 20, 30, 10, 50, 10. With those times come different programs. So one program called Total Body 50-10, right, is more of a circuit training. Right, so you are moving from station to station. So back to the middle, middle to the front, front to the back. So 3 circuits, 3 exercises in each circuit that the trainer can run through from 9 up to 15 minutes.
Ah, okay.
Right, so that's one style. Then there's another style where you're actually, yes, you're more stationary. You get your equipment, you stand there, trainer's on the floor and goes over the demonstrates what you need to do, and then you're in your station and you go through those exercises. That is pretty much the 2 forms, and then the other style that we have is like a non-stop, really high energy, high cardio style, where you're also still, but you're kind of moving as well.
Gotcha. So there's a different variety depending on what you're looking for in a sense. Now, you work out twice a day. You're clearly very fit. How did you make that transition, that switch from just, okay, I'm doing this for my own self and my own health to, okay, now I want to do this as a career and I want to help other people? What was that journey like for you?
It's so funny when you hear, I always feel like when you hear these stories, people are always surprised. I actually stumbled into it.
Really?
Total accident. It wasn't at all a plan. At all.
Okay, tell me.
Like
tell
at
me,
all.
I
But
wanna hear it.
it's great. I love it.
Yeah.
I actually was, let me see, I was studying for my CPT, Certified Personal Training, just to expand my own knowledge, my own personal knowledge, because I'd worked out my entire life. Like even from high school, from before high school, played gymnastics, field hockey, badminton, all this stuff, always very fit and active. Then, as I went through my careers, I was like, oh, let me just learn more about what I do.
Yeah.
And I literally just was having a conversation with the owner and the manager, and he was like, all right, you can work here.
Oh.
I was like,
Just through, I wasn't applying, but okay.
Now, at the time, he knew me because I was working out at the gym. It was my
Yeah.
primary gym at the time.
Okay.
And so we just gotten close. It was just really just a random conversation. I was just like, oh, yeah, I'm studying for my CPT. He's
Yeah.
like, okay, when you pass, you can work here.
Oh my gosh.
And now I'm here today.
Well, he probably saw your dedication. And
I think he saw something in me.
Yeah, he
he
definitely-
definitely
yeah.
saw maybe a little thing.
I think a big thing is what it is, that spark and that it factor, because once again, okay, it's one thing to be your own coach in a sense and get yourself all right and fit. It's another thing to go and want to coach other people.
Yes.
But then on top of that, this style of fitness, it's that high intensity, that energy. How do you give that much energy to your clients every day, multiple classes a day, without you getting drained in the
I
process?
get this question all
Do
the
you?
time.
Okay.
I almost sometimes don't even realize how high energy I am until people tell me. It almost feels like an out-of-body experience. So I think what happens is there's an exchange of energy, right? So between the music and the people, like it just gets me going and then it gets them going. Yeah. And all I want for them is to just enjoy the workout, to really not to take it so seriously. And so when you take a little bit of that seriousness out of it, like, hey, we're here to have fun. Yes, it's shoulder presses. Yes, we're sweating, but we are sweating together. Yes, we're climbing this mountain, but we're climbing this mountain together. Yes, that mirror is fogged up, but we all fogged up this mirror together.
I love it.
Together. And I'm here with you also.
Yeah.
And to keep from getting drained, and this kind of dovetails into some of your other questions, just, it's diet, right? It's a diet. Like even in my coffee right now, I've got some collagen in there, some protein, so just being mindful that I am giving out so much and being respectful and honoring that needs to go back inside of me as far as nutrition.
Wow, that's so true. It's kind of like this cycle. The more you put out, the more you have to take in to refill yourself. And just speaking about the nutrition side of it, we always hear how important it is, but is there really like a percentage? Is it 80-20? Is it 75-25? What would you say it is in terms of nutrition versus your workouts?
I think there is not one size fits all for everyone. And I really, really want people to know that. You cannot look at other people and say, he or she did 80-20, I'm doing it, but I'm not losing weight, right? It's more individual. Yes, there's overall, you have your overall nutrition, right? As in eat more fruits and vegetables than processed food. You start there, I would say 95% of the time you're gonna win, right? 95, once you start to want stricter goals, like you wanna lean out more, you wanna see more muscle, you've got some people who wanna see the veins popping out, or the other way. It goes the other way as well. You have some, especially some women, who don't even want that look. They like their curves. They like being more on the curvy side. They like their hips. They like how they look, but they just want muscle underneath. For them, right? Maybe they could probably eat a little bit more dirty, as they say, right? But also eat healthy as well. So that would be more, something where they can, at least eat 75% healthy and the other percentage like a little bit dirty. So it depends on your goals. But if you're totally trying to lean out, like get to your goals as soon as possible, really, it would be that, half a gallon of water to a gallon of water a day, and finding out the protein intake for your height and muscle mass that you want to build, man or woman.
God, and that's why it's not a one size fits all, because there's so many different aspects.
Yes, right. Other than overall, everyone needs to eat more fruits and vegetables.
Of course,
and more protein. But then as far as how much and who needs how much, it becomes more individualized. Try to cut out the processed food where you can, eat more greens while you can. And I think lastly, just because the new year is around the corner, and I'm sure you guys see this, where a lot of people sign up on January 1st, and then where are they February 1st, right? What's going on? What happened? Exactly, what's happening? So what advice can you give for folks who want to make it a lifestyle choice? Because I feel like making it a lifestyle choice is what is going to give you those long-term effects instead of those short hits. And that I am really bad with that. I go like 2-3 weeks, I'm like, and then I'm like, okay, now I can eat that whole bag of Doritos, right? And then all of a sudden I blow back up again. So what advice do you have folks maybe like me or other folks out there who want this to last? They want it to be a part of their everyday life and not just end within a month. 2 words you said pop out to me, lifestyle and when you said the word bad. So I wanna attack that first. The language and how we speak to ourselves. Extremely important in your workout journey. Not attaching the feelings of bad or good to what you did as far as working out, because it keeps you on a hamster wheel, right? Okay, you worked out for a little bit, now you stopped, okay, you get back on, but don't attach whether it's bad or good. It just is. It just is. Like, we all have these different emotions that go along with eating and life. So it makes it easier if you just be like, okay, time to get back on. That's it. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It just was, right?
It is what it is.
It is what it is, right? And
I
so
like
that eases, remember I said it, in the beginning, be kind to yourself. That's part of that grace and kindness to yourself. And then second is the lifestyle, right? I think what keeps a lot of people from committing or dedicating is injuries, surgeries, hip replacements, and this feeling of, I can't be in that environment. Oh, they're gonna be too fast, or they're better than me. Again, take away all those feelings, just move. Whatever that movement is for you. Yes, we would love for you to come into a gym like Tabata Ultimate Fitness where, we have $10 Fridays and $15 Saturdays. We make it super, super affordable for everyone. However, we get that, but you could walk. You could just walk. Just start by walking. Just start by moving no matter what. 80, 70, 60, 20, it doesn't matter. Hip replacement, knee replacement, gain 20 pounds, lost, just move. And that energy that you put out will come back. And eventually, what we've noticed is that people will come back in. Life always calls you back. Yeah. Life always calls you back, so.
Especially when it's good for you and your body recognizes it and knows that. Wow, Nicole, you just gave me so much to feed on, literally mentally to feed on. Thank you so much. Yes, let's give it up for Nicole Ryan, everyone.
Thank you.
Now, we have been showing throughout the show, we can put it up here on the CG, a little bit of information about where you guys are located. There it is, where you guys are located, the phone number as well. But what's the best way for anyone who's in the area who wants to get in touch with you guys?
Our website, TabataUltimateFitness.com, all our mission statement, all of our information is on there. The owner is extremely, extremely accessible. I don't know how many owners literally take phone calls and texts from clients in real time.
A text? Wow.
Yes. So we're a mom and pop gym, and that's that feel you're going to get. So hop on the website, take advantage of our deals. As I said, $10 Fridays, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
$15 Saturdays.
What?
You cannot beat that. That's the advantage of being mom and pop.
Incredible. I'm so excited. All right, Nicole, I hope you don't mind, but we're not going to let you go just yet. We're going to take a quick commercial break, guys. When we come back, Nicole is actually going to show me some great workout moves that they do at the gym, and maybe you can even do at home. So don't go anywhere, because we're going to get the fitness going on this Thursday when we return. We'll be right back. Great job.
Awesome.
You crushed it, girl.
Wow, you're great.
You're great. I could talk to you forever about this stuff.
Wow.
Good morning. Welcome back to the AM show. Woo-hoo! We are still joined by Nicole Ryan from Tabata Ultimate Fitness, guys. And I promised you we'd get moving this morning on this Thursday. We are in that holiday vibe in us. It's like the time between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and especially Christmas and New Year's.
Yes.
I don't even know what day it is half the time. I'm like, wait, what's happening? What are we doing? So it's a good reminder to get moving during these holiday parties you may be having, maybe eating those milk and cookies I was telling you guys about, because they are good. It's not just for Santa, it's for us as well. So today what we're going to be doing now is, Nicole, you're going to be showing us some moves, maybe some stretches, and then some of the workouts that you guys actually offer at the gym. Does that sound good?
Sounds perfect to me. Let's have some fun.
Let's do it. So what are we going to start with?
Let's start with our stretches.
Okay.
We always start with stretching before we get into our workouts.
Yes.
So simple, simple, simple. I like to get everyone on their toes. You're getting a little bit of the calves and then the arms to the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
Right? Hold it there, come back. And let's hit this 2 more times all the way up. Right? So try to squeeze the glutes, pull in the core, squeeze those calves, and down. One more time, Nadine. You're doing great. Now we're kind of extending the spine, stretch all the way up and down. Yeah, and then we can open up our hips a little bit.
Okay, let's do it.
Some hip circles.
Yeah.
Right, a little nice and wide. Right, and do a couple.
I like it.
All right, we're going all the way around and around. So we're filling in the hamstrings, right? Our hip flexors and our abductors.
Yeah, you feel it's, and those are just such simple
especially when you
stretches.
sit. Especially if you sit. If you sit a lot, you gotta stretch out those hips.
Oh, definitely. And I have some lower back problems that I deal with too, and so this I'm feeling the stretch. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, we can be done now.
Okay, we can.
I'm like, let's keep
Tabata
going.
can include weights or calisthenics. So we're just gonna go. We don't have any weights, obviously.
Yes.
So let's do some calisthenics.
Okay.
So we could do jumping jacks.
Yes.
That would be for 20 seconds. Let's do 20 seconds of jumping jacks, and we can just count 20.
Okay.
20 in our head. All right,
Perfect.
let's go.
Ready?
All right, here we go.
Let's go.
1, 2,
Woo,
3.
and work.
And Mike, yeah, there you go.
Oh,
pull it
there
out.
you go.
Yeah. 6, 7, 8. All right. all the way through, and that should be about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, so you would take your break. You would take your break. So like that's your 10-second break. Remember, you said 20 on, 10-second break. All right, let's move on to something else. Let's hit let's just do some regular squats. Let's do prisoner squats.
Okay.
So hands behind the head, open up the elbows, pull in that core, and you want to sit back, right? Like you sit in your chair.
Okay.
Right, so like you sit in your chair, press through the heels, come up and squeeze.
Now, how low are you supposed to go?
It depends how low you can go.
Okay, that's a good.
So it's live TV.
How low can you go?
Let's see how low you can go. As low as you can go, right? Come down.
All right, yep.
And squeeze, right? So let's get a couple of those.
So that squeeze
Press
helps you
through.
actually stand back up again,
Yes.
right?
So as you come down and you come up, and yes, you want to squeeze on the way up.
Gotcha.
Now we can make it a little bit more dynamic.
All right.
By doing squat jumps, right? So that was
Squat jumps this early? All right, Nicole.
Now we're making it a little bit more explosive, have a little bit more fun. Remember, you said milk and cookies.
Yeah, I did say milk and cookies. I know.
All right, so here we go. So we're going to go down, right? And then we're just going to use our arms to come up and get our feet up off the floor. Again, that glutes go back.
There we
go. Yeah.
Oh, I'm feeling that.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. And I think what I love about this style of workout too is when you say the rest in between.
Yes, you get that
because
rest, that
sometimes
10-second rest.
it can be so daunting. Like if you're on the treadmill, I have to do this for a half hour.
Right.
And you're like, oh, the time is just going so slow.
Exactly.
But when you know you have a rest,
you have a 10-second
push
rest
through.
Right? So let's press it out. Good.
Yeah, so you can push through. You're like, okay, just 4 more seconds, and then we can do it.
And the 20 seconds, we have the timer, so you can actually see the timer and the clock winding down, and then it buzzes again. You see 10 seconds for 10 seconds on your break.
Gotcha.
All right, so
okay.
let's see. How about let's do some marches.
Some marches. Okay, let's do some marches.
So our marches will be our arms up, right?
Okay.
And we're gonna get our knees all the way up. Now, this is something people can do at home.
Yeah.
While they're watching TV.
Yeah, while you guys are watching, come on guys, get up and do it.
Literally while they're watching TV. Now it looks simple, but you're working your core and what's called the pelvic floor, all the muscles below the belly button, right?
Gotcha.
So really, really, really good.
Are we supposed to be tight while we're doing this?
Keep it nice and tight. And then you can go from here to something more explosive, which would be your high knees. All right, so put our hands on our hips.
I'm ready.
All right, let's try to get a few in.
A few in? Okay.
3, 2, 1. There we go. High knees. Knees up, knees up, knees up, knees up.
There we go.
Knees up, knees up, knees up, knees up.
Oh, this is reminding me of my time playing lacrosse. They had to do a lot of high knees when we would
lose games. High knees. All the way up, all the way up.
But yeah, you're right. This is stuff you can do at home.
Stuff you can do at home.
Wow.
And
then stop. Guys, I'm loving that break. It's that break for me, that HIIT style workout.
10-second break is everything.
Yeah.
So what you would do is all the exercises we just did.
Yep.
8 rounds.
8 rounds of just that.
8 rounds of what we just did. So 4 exercises, that'll be your 4 minutes, right? So we did our jumping jacks, our high knees. Our squats. Yep. Right? And then our marches.
And the marches.
So you just take each of those, do 8 rounds of each, rest for your 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Right? And then you'd keep going.
And then you're at, wow, how easy is that? So there really is no excuse for us not to stay in shape, right? It's all about just showing up.
Showing up for yourself.
Showing up for yourself. I love it. And thank you for showing up for us today.
Thank you for
on
the
AM
invitation.
show. Guys, get up. Once again, if you guys are interested in learning more about Tabata, you guys can hear all the info right below here. There it is. You guys can give them a call. Thank you, Nicole, so much.
Thank you, Nadine. You're awesome.
Thank you. You're awesome. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
all right, guys,
everyone.
we're going to take a quick commercial break, and I'm going to get some water. We'll be right back. That's right. Should we do some high knees to close out? Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. Just a little bit more. A little more.